Hey Colby, how's it going? This is Kevin Robert. Just want to make a quick overview video for you. Not going to be able to cover everything that the platform does in this video, but if you have any questions after this, or if you want to jump on like a phone call or something and get more in depth, we can. But first and foremost, wanted to show you what the system sounds like on a call, and then I'll kind of show you how it's all set up and everything. So this is a real short, just like minute, 30-second call. I'll play this and then we'll jump into some of the back end of the platform. Hopefully you can hear it.
Calling Highmark Plumbing. Hi, thanks for calling Highmark Plumbing. It looks like our techs are tied up on another call right now. So that you don't have to wait on hold or leave a voicemail, I can get your appointment booked right now and then someone will call you back to confirm it. To start, can you please tell me what the problem is you're experiencing?
My water heater is leaking.
Okay, got it. We can definitely take care of this for you. Are you an existing customer of ours or is this your first time calling in?
My first time calling in.
Great. Could you provide me with your full name, please?
Lily Hernandez.
Perfect. And what's a good contact number for you?
747-299-4114.
Great. And may I get the address where the service is needed?
It's 1363 Rabbit Peak Way, Hemet, California.
Perfect. Is there anything else our technicians should know about the problem?
No, that's it.
Great. It looks like we have some available times this afternoon and also tomorrow. What works best for you?
Afternoon.
This afternoon, our technician can stop by sometime between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. Does that work for you?
Yes.
Okay, great. I have put you on our schedule for this afternoon between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. You'll be getting a call back shortly from one of our team members to confirm your appointment. Thanks for calling Highmark Plumbing Services. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Cool. So hopefully you're able to hear that. That's what the platform sounds like basically. You could that was a very like straightforward call, right? But the system could pretty much handle anything that's thrown at it from homeowners. You could either set it up as your main business phone system to answer all your calls if you want to, or you could set it up for just to handle after hours and overflow calls, which is what most people have it set up as. And you can pretty much make this sound as realistic as you want. So the one cool thing about our platform that no one else has out there that kind of operates in the same space is our system is super customizable on how the actual voice sounds and the realism of it. So we could change like the tonality, right? Like if it sounds like a little robotic on one line, maybe it says like, "Hi, how you doing today?" We can make it say, "Hey, how you doing today?" Right? We could change the tonality on it wherever we want. We can make it respond to the homeowner either faster or slower. And then we could even add in like, ums and ahs and stuff. So it makes it sound more human-like and not so like perfect, if that makes sense. So all kinds of stuff that we could do there. The thing about us is we're not a white labeled platform. Like 99% of these AI companies that you see popping up, they're just white labeling or reselling from a bigger provider. We're one of the very few out there, and I think pretty much the only one in the home service space, which is the only space we operate in, that is totally built from scratch. So I have an actual AI engineer that is working over here. We're totally built from scratch. We own the code. Not to say other platforms won't work, but last thing you want is one of these bigger providers having like a bug or service going out, which has been known to happen recently, and then they just have zero control over it because they're just a reseller. So with us, we have total control. Never going to launch any weird features or anything like that. So we're going to be home service oriented. And then again, we could put a bunch of cool stuff like this, like I was talking about, where it's super customizable and stuff. We can make it sound as realistic as we want. All right, so that's what the call sounds like. And then I will log into an account here and show you how it all works. I'm going to try to make this like around 5 minutes. Hopefully I can, but all right, so this is what the system looks like when you first get logged in. This is your dashboard. You have your Infernix number here. This is the number that you're going to set call forwarding to. So if you have an existing like business phone system, IVR system, You could set it so if the phone rings, say 3 times and no one answers, then it'll forward over to your Infernix number, so the Infernix system will answer the call. And then also we could set it to where it answers calls, after 5 p.m. or on the weekends or whatever it may be. And then you can track all your metrics here. So on this demo, we just have like 2 of these little boxes, total calls and call duration. But this is totally customizable, just like a CRM dashboard. So you could actually add all kinds of other tiles here to track all the different metrics that you want, call dispositions, book rate, whatever it may be. The cool thing is most of our customers, we have really, really good data on the book rate of Infernix. So most of our customers are using it for after hours calls, which means they're running Infernix right alongside their existing CSRs. So they have like CSRs in-house, or they have like a third party answering service or something, and then Infernix answers calls after hours. So we have really good data on how Infernix compares to like in-house CSRs. And what I can tell you is we have a higher book rate than most of the common like third party answering services that you see out there, like the Plum Lines, Nexus, all those guys, and a book rate that's equal to in-house customer service representatives. So with Infernix, there's no like downside to it. There's not going to be any higher call drop off rate or any lower book rate. It's going to book exactly the same as whatever live person that you would hire or people that you have in house right now. Okay. And then to set up your agent, your inbound agent, you would just go here, pick a voice. We have over like 100 different voices, all kinds of different accents. You want a Southern accent, whatever it may be. You could even clone your voice if you have someone at the company that you want to be like the voice of the company. Maybe they sound really good on the phone. You could do that. And then it also supports any language out there. So I'm not sure if you know, I actually own a plumbing company here in San Diego, California. So I'm in the home service business myself. Me and my dad run the company. And so here in San Diego, we obviously have a high Hispanic population. And so we have it set up to where if someone calls in and they speak Spanish, the system will recognize that and it automatically will switch to speaking to that person in Spanish. So it does it automatically. It could just automatically recognize that stuff. It could recognize tone as well. So like, if someone gets on the phone and it's like an irate customer, even if the person isn't like cussing and stuff, the system could recognize just by their tone of voice that they're angry, and then it could, do whatever the appropriate action is. So maybe it pauses them, says, "Hey, sounds like you're really upset. Maybe I should transfer you over to a manager. Please hold while I do that." And you could do live transfers. You could transfer to as many people as you want at the company, all that kind of stuff. Now, like 99% of the setup when it comes to these AI systems is the knowledge base here. So the knowledge base is basically the brain of the AI system. And the best way to think about setting this up is anything that you're going to give a live person, if you were to hire them, is what we're going to pile in the knowledge base here. So usually we'll scrape the website so that it just has like general information about your company. We want to put in obviously any call scripts, any common objections and rebuttals, common questions and answers, um, any processes, SOPs, anything you give a live person. We could also train it on past calls. So if you have some call recordings where it's like, hey, this is what a perfect call should sound like, we could train the system on that so it has the right tonality and everything. So it does learn as it goes. It's like a real AI system. And then after we put all that stuff in, we have to put on top of that what's called prompting. And if you know anything about like, Chat GPT or whatever, the prompt is like basically the rules telling the system what to do. Um, we do that for you. So we have a pretty in-depth onboarding process. It's 3 days. Day one, we would hop on a quick call. We get your account set up, put all the scripts and everything in there, and then we get some of the prompting done for you. The next 2 days is you testing the system, just calling into your Infernix number here, putting it through its paces, um, throwing everything at it that a homeowner would, and then we usually make a few tweaks from there, and then we can go ahead and go live with it. So prompt engineering is like an actual job title in the tech space right now. It's actually like a 6-figure paying job. So we would never expect you to sign up and just become a prompt engineer overnight. We're going to do all of that for you. It's actually very, very hard to do if you don't know what you're doing. And we've obviously spent countless hours perfecting it. So we're going to go ahead and get it set up for you. So there's no learning curve with this. You're not going to have to learn a new software. Um, it's a business phone system, so once we get it set up properly, it just kind of rolls, right? You don't have to jump in here and do stuff every day, and you're not going to have to commit any time to switching this over. So it's not like a CRM where you have to put in a bunch of hours. We're just going to set it up for you, and you're good to go. So hopefully that makes sense. We would launch that agent. You could have up to 5 different agents per account. So if you want to have a different agent, maybe to answer like LSA leads that come in, maybe you wanted to, get to the point more quickly with those. You could have different personalities, 5 different agents for whatever you want. Call logs, you can see the call log here, pretty self-explanatory. It'll give you a summary of what happened on the call, transcript of the call, recording. You can see the lead. We can integrate with your CRM, of course. So what that would look like is the system could book appointments straight onto your calendar. It could obviously see on the calendar which spots are taken already. It could book for different reps and stuff like that, so we can make sure we don't double book anyone. And then if the person calling in is not a lead in your CRM yet, it'll create the new lead in the CRM, the new contact. It will post the call summary and the notes under that contact, and then it can post a link either to the transcription or the recording, whatever you want. And then it could also, create tasks. So if there's like a follow-up task, or if you want the system to send a notification out to someone, right? Send an email, maybe to like a project manager or a text message. It could even have an outbound call go out to someone. So it does have dispatch capabilities for sales reps too, if you wanted to. It could actually call them and dispatch them to their appointment. And then the final thing I'll show you here, again, just quick overview. There's a lot more to this than what I'm going over, but I wanted to make this video as short as possible. We do have outbound call capabilities as well. So like I just mentioned, the system could have like individual outbound calls go out either internally to people at the company or for like appointment reminders and things like that. For the outbound calls, it can have context to the calls. So, let's say it's calling someone that you booked an appointment with. It could read the CRM notes and actually go over that with the homeowner on the phone. So maybe it calls a homeowner and says like, hey, Sally, just want to give you a quick reminder, we're coming out. I see a note here that, you have to open the front gate for us and put your dog away. So I just want to remind you to do that. We'll be here soon or whatever, right? And then we could also create an outbound batch. So you can upload a list either from your CRM or your computer, name your campaign, plug in your cold call script, choose your voice and everything like that, hit send outbound calls. And what's going to happen is the system's going to call out to every single number on that list at the exact same time. And it can call up to 20,000 numbers all at once. So, obviously we have the holidays coming up. If you want to launch some kind of like holiday special to your past contacts list, or if you want to use it for like reactivation campaigns, whatever it may be, that's an option as well. All right, so I think that is about it. Let me know what you think, and then we can go from there. Thanks.